Hey, how's it going out there, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. I want to talk to you today about continuous glucose monitors. I finally got me one. Right here, I got one of those patches you get on Amazon around it to help hold it on. And it's the Freestyle Libre 14-day. It's the first gen. I wanted the Freestyle Libre 2. We'll talk more about that in a minute, how my doctor is not working well with me these days. Neither is my insurance company, so I had to go rogue on them. Had to go out and do it myself. Had to really force the issue to even get anywhere with these guys. So the problem with it was, okay, so my insurance is not wanting to pay for it without prior authorization. I don't know, what's a prescription? It's a prescription, not prior authorization. I mean, to me, when they said, oh, we need a prior authorization, my response was, oh, well, see, the thing of it is, I got a prescription. And they were like, yeah, that's not a prior authorization. And I was like, here we go. Here we go. Everybody's got to have health insurance, but the damn stuff don't work. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't have very good insurance. I pay a lot for it because I pay it out of pocket. I'm self-employed, and I remember when, I don't want to make this political, but I remember when Obama pushed Obamacare. He said that your insurance won't go up. Well, let me tell you, every year for the past 10 years since that went through, or however long that's been, my insurance has went up pretty much every damn year since then. I mean, that's probably, what, 16 years ago? I don't know how long it was. Too long ago. But, yeah, so I'm paying a pretty good premium for some pretty crappy insurance right now. And I thought to myself, if they can get me a continuous glucose monitor, I could get healthier, and it would benefit them, and it would benefit me as well. So I pushed for it, and I pushed for it, and I pushed for it. So here's how it went, okay? And I pay more for health insurance to keep the doctor I have right now. And I can tell you, come this fall, when it's insurance renewal time, my premiums will go down because I will not be keeping this doctor. She has let me down massively. And I don't even think it's her. I think it's her staff. I think I'm dealing with the most incompetent doctor staff of all time here, and I'm going to tell her that the next time I go in for an appointment. Okay, so let me break down my continuous glucose monitoring saga. That's what I call it now. It's a saga. It's been going on forever. So last August, I got the 14-day free trial coupon from Abbott's website. I go to my doctor. I already had an appointment plan, so I got all this set up ahead of time. So I get her to write me a prescription. Number one, it's damn near impossible to get her staff to figure out. I want a Freestyle Libre 2. Not 2 of the 14-day free trials. I want 2. The Libre 2. I mean, I still can't get them to understand this. It is so annoying. So, what happened was, I had a coupon for a Freestyle Libre 2, one sensor and one reader, a coupon for them. So, I get that doctor to write the prescription. What do they write it for? They write it for a 14-day and a reader, and I don't have a coupon for that. So I said, okay. I went to the pharmacy and I was like, okay, can you work with my doctor here? So, finally the doctor calls in the sensor. I didn't get the reader because I was told I could do it with my phone. I had trouble with that at the time because the USA version of the app wasn't working at the time. So basically that was a waste of money. And so I gave up on it. So then I was like, you know what? I got insurance. The new year came around. I'm really trying to, small increments to get better. So I told myself, I'm going to go get one of these. I don't care what I have to do. So I started the process. I called the doctor. I said, hey, I got this Freestyle Libre 2. Finally, we got them to write a prescription for number 2 back in August. But by that point, I was over it. Like, I was done with it. Because the coupon had done expired, and I was just over it. So I call them up and I say, hey, I got this, you know, I got one of these digital, it's called My Chart apps that show you, you know, your prescriptions, your doctor visits, all your test results. So I go, hey, in my chart, I have a prescription for a Freestyle Libre 2 and a reader to go with that. And so I called the pharmacy up and I said, do you guys see that as well? And they say, yes, we see that in there, but we can't fill it because it's more than 6 months old. So here starts the process of the runaround. So I call the insurance company. I say, hey, if I can get this updated, can we pay for it? That's when they tell me, hey, we need a prior authorization for this. I'm like, okay. So I'm still working with my doctor now. It's been a month trying to get this prior authorization sent over. Matter of fact, when I get done with this video, I'm going to call them again just to keep hassling them. So all that goes by. Finally, I'm over it. And I get a hold of the doctor the other day and I say, can you fix a new prescription? And this ain't the doctor, this is her staff. I get a hold of her main staff there in the office, and I said, can you get the doctor to write me a prescription for a Freestyle Libre 2? The number 2. I don't need 2 of them. And I broke it down so painfully obvious. And then I go into my chart, and what do I have? I have a prescription for 2 Freestyle Libre 14 days in there. Serenity now. Am I right? Got to practice my breathing exercises. I mean, just to think about this makes me so mad. So finally, you know, I'm a truck driver. You guys don't know, I have another channel, Cash is King Trucking. You can check that one out if you're more concerned about the financing of trucking. So it works out like, you know, I leave out, typically I'm gone for like a week at a time. 7 to 10 days I'm usually gone. So finally I got so tired of it, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go fill the Freestyle Libre 14-day prescription they just wrote me, just so I have something. Like, it's been a month now trying to get this done, and so quite annoying. So the way it worked out is, finally on a Friday afternoon, the prescription was in the My Chart. I called my pharmacy. I use a small pharmacy, and their price was astronomical. I tried to go to Abbott again and get another 14-day, you know, coupon to get another one for free, because I never filled the one before. The coupon just expired. Abbott 24/7 support line gave me a recording that said call back Monday during business hours. So if you need support from Abbott on the weekend, you might be up a creek without a paddle, you know, that certain creek. So finally I just said, I'm over it. Get the money out and let's just go buy the damn thing. I mean, I was so mad. So shout out to the Walmart pharmacy. I called around to a few pharmacies, and Walmart, I got a few prescriptions filled at the Walmart in Eagan, Minnesota before. Some rush, you know, stuff like just passing through, stop there and grab it. And so I called them because I'd worked with them before, and boy, they were, honestly, I don't even employ them. My insurance company, I employ them, and my doctor, I employ them. Both of them's let me down so bad on this. Like, I'm going to switch insurance companies altogether. I'm out on that doctor. I'm over it. But the Walmart pharmacy, let me tell you, they was on top of stuff. Shout out to the Walmart pharmacy. The lady said, look on GoodRx, and I've used GoodRx before to get discounts on prescriptions. It's not good for generic drugs. You know, if you take generic, like, you know, run-of-the-mill like blood pressure medication or whatever, it's not going to help you with that. But if you get something a little different, you know, maybe a prescription you only need like for a small time, like an antibiotic or something, definitely check out GoodRx. It could definitely save you some money. I had to get some medicine that was like, I can't remember what it was. I had some really bad poison ivy or something one time, and I went to the doctor over it because it just would not go away. And they gave me some sort of steroid cream to put on it, and I think that's what it was. And It was like, I don't know, it was like 50 bucks a tube, and that Good RX got it down to like $14. So I know it works. So I was willing to try it. So I looked up the 14-day trial on there, and they didn't have any coupons for the readers, and they had the sensors down. You could get 2 sensors for like $130. So maybe $134. I think they were about $77 a piece on Good RX. And that would get you like basically a month's supply, a 28-day supply. So that's what I did. But when I went to Walmart, I told them, I said, hey, I got the Good RX discount that you guys were telling me about. And shout out to the Walmart pharmacy. She said, I couldn't find nothing for the reader. The reader is going to be $66, I think is what it was, tax and all, out the door. 64 or 66, I can't remember, right in that mid-60s range. And then she said, we actually found a better deal through Walmart than the Good RX for the sensors. So she's got me the sensors for like, instead of being, Good RX gets you two sensors, which is 28-day supply for $134. Walmart had them for half of that. Walmart got me 28 days of sensors for $77 out the door. I was so happy. I was like, wow. So the reader basically is supposed to be good for about a year. So that's a one-time investment for an entire year, which, you know, if you break that down, that's pretty cheap. That's like $5-6 a month. But the real one is the sensors. So if I can continue to get the sensors through Walmart for, you know, $77 a month, I don't want to pay that. I want my insurance to pay for that. But at the end of the day, I was spending about 30, you know, I use the Rely On brand testing supplies, and I was spending, you know, if you buy like the supplies, 100 tests, you know, at a time, like 100 strips, 100 lancets, you know, you're in it about, I don't know, it cost me about a quarter to test, maybe a little closer to 20 cents to test every time. So if I'm testing 5 times a day, that gives me about $1 a day in testing supplies, maybe a little bit more, but let's just say $1. So on a 28-day run, I'd be spending $28. So to get these test strips for $77, I'm basically spending $50 more a month. Now, for me, it's well worth it, because the first weekend I got this sensor last weekend, I tested myself every 30 minutes. I have a Fitbit. I basically just go in to timer. I set a timer for 30 minutes and I hit start. And when that goes off, I test it. I reset the alarm with 2, you know, you got to push, you know, turn the alarm off and then hit reset, and it, you know, next 30 minutes goes by. So, I mean, can you imagine testing 70 times in 2 days with finger pricks? I mean, my fingers would be so sore after that weekend. But the amount of data that I collected, I was so impressed with. Like, and that's why I want the Freestyle Libre 2, because it sends the information to your phone automatically every 5 minutes. Whereas this one, I have to scan it to get the information. Now, it does have a bar graph that's the information, like, you know, every 5-10 minutes, I think. But, you know, it's not as nice as just having it automatically sent to your phone. Which, I'm a type 2, and mine typically runs a little high. So, I take metformin for that. And I'm trying to work on, like, not having to go to insulin. I want to get to a point to where the metformin can keep me in a range and hopefully get off the metformin. But, you know, I have struggles. So, that's kind of how it went. You know, I'm paying like, I paid the $66 one time, and then I paid the $77 every month. It kind of is what it is right now. So it's costing me about $50 more, but the amount of data that I'm getting is unbelievable. And I'm a very, like, goal-oriented person, and I also like immediate results. You know, I'm pretty human in that manner. So this monitor really helps me, because like testing it that much, you know, it's got me like where I'm like, am I really that hungry? You know, I start questioning myself. And so like basically I got this on a Friday, and I've had it for 4 days now, and the way that's working is I'm testing a lot, but it's definitely kept me from snacking as much. I think about it like, am I really that hungry? What am I doing here? You know, it's got me questioning a lot. So the numbers, I will tell you, the bar graphs just from the weekend to Monday, look, I mean the line graphs, they look so different just in a couple days of like, okay, you know, over the weekend I had some really big hard spikes, and then I would like an hour to come back down, I'd spike it again. And since, you know, the weekend, you know, since I noticed that, I was like, wow, I really don't need but maybe one meal during the day, to be honest about it. So especially driving truck, you know, trying to keep it down to 1 or 2 meals a day. Probably just going to go start 1 meal a day, because I'm kind of getting by on it right now. It's not really that big of a struggle, but we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you're not a subscriber, think about subscribing. Hit that like button, and thanks for watching. Bye. Time for the weekly weigh-in. Here we go. Time to get my big butt on a scale. Let's see what we got. What do we got? 296.2. I'll tell